So, y'all, lately I have found myself down the rabbit hole. Hear me out. YouTube strategy videos, creator growth tips, algorithm talk, all the things that people say that you should be doing to grow your channel in 2025, and how this isn't like the old days of YouTube, 10 years ago, maybe back in 2015. And even using ChatGPT and other AI to help you strategize and write everything out and make your thumbnails for you. I don't know. Helping me to think through it. But somewhere in between optimizing titles and planning uploads, I feel like I'm in the midst of like an inner conflict. Am I a creative making content or a content creator trying to look creative? This is the dilemma that I've kind of been sitting with, especially as we talk about starting over at 40 and resetting life and being back here in this YouTube space more consistently. Do I follow some strategy and polish everything, create for a niche? Or do I share what's real and continue to trust that the right people will find it? Because I think that's where the burnout starts. When creators try to keep up this image of a life that they don't really live. And for me, if I'm actually living it, vlogging it like it shouldn't be hard, right? And it would just be honest.
And it won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think you're playing with. I'm gonna tell myself to keep playing this record back over and over again. Swear to change, but I noticed the end. I want you on the scene. Think you know your girl's so funny to me. That's why you didn't got left by one time. Got tired of your shit, you almost your mind. Long stay calling. You'll continue to try to play these games. Leave your family in the cold rain. And I don't think you'll ever change your ways. Cause a house is not a home where no one's there. So alone, no one's there. Should I move on since no one's there?
Thank you.
Is it all just becoming too much? Like, is it all just too much? I'm sitting here and, I have watched, I think maybe 3 videos now. And all of these people are talking about, ways to grow your YouTube channel in 2025, or, using ChatGPT as a way to help assist you with organizing the things that you do for your channel. And I've also watched people who have been here for a really long time talk about how YouTube is not the same, or, views have plummeted. And I'm wondering, like, is this the reset era for YouTube too? Like, are we changing the way that we do things on YouTube? And does that make it less authentic? Like, in a day and era where it seems like content creation, especially since 2020, has taken a huge rise in the sense of the fact that you can be a full-time content creator, you can quit a 9-to-5 job, and you can make a full-time sustainable livable income doing content. But then it begs the question, does that take away the authenticity of people actually being creators? And so is there a difference between a creative that creates content and a content creator? And so we've been talking about like life reset, and I'm over here just working within this phase of my life where I am rebuilding and I am starting over due to a significant loss that happened. And when I think about taking YouTube more seriously, or what does that really mean? And so one of the key takeaways I think I was able to get from watching some of these videos, and I'm always watching the strategy videos, whether it was for TikTok growth or Instagram or even YouTube or even Pinterest. Like, I will sit down and spend some of my time, just as somebody who is in the content world, watching videos to see where the trends have gone, how the algorithms have changed, and are there different things that you need to be doing to stay up to date with that stuff. Like, I do think it's important to stay up to date, but also how things have changed. And so I was watching a video from somebody that I've been following here for a long time, and I've been here for a long time. It's been almost 10 years here on YouTube, and it seems like the growth has kind of changed. And so, of course, I don't know if some of you have seen Tess Barclay or know who she is, but she made a video that I saw recently about like how to grow on 2025. And this is like a full on, like almost an hour-long masterclass. And she is going in on all of these different things on how to really like strategize and be strategic about the way that you treat your content, creating your, treating your YouTube channel as a business, and just so on. But then it got me thinking, like, is that what I really want to do with my channel? Like, is this channel something that I want to treat like a business? And is doing that sometimes what makes some people who might have really just been here for the fun of creation feel so much pressure to be here? I think that obviously, like, everybody that is posting social media content at some point wants to feel like their content is good, or wants to feel like, they are being seen, or wants to feel like they're being heard. And the metrics in which we measure that by are typically by either getting a lot of views, or receiving a lot of comments, or maybe having a lot of shares. And it's like, when those things are not happening, it is a very, very, very tough game. And you've got to have really tough skin in this space to not take like your worth and your value and tie that up into the amount of views that you get, or tie that up into, the amount of likes or the amount of shares that you get across these social media platforms. And I just think that, YouTube originally was a search engine. Like, YouTube next to Google was the #2 search engine in the world. People were here to learn how to do stuff, to see relatable content that related to any area of your life. You can click into YouTube and when my husband first died, like, one of the first things that I looked for on YouTube was, is there anybody out there like me that is going through this, that is using this platform to specifically talk about their experience? I watched one guy that I'm subscribed to, like, he's, I think, getting ready to undergo like a knee surgery or something like that. And he's vlogging and he's showing that he's over here watching other vlogs of people who are about to or have just had a knee surgery. And it's because we want that connection and relation, but also we're learning through some of these other things. And so I don't know. We talked last week about just like writing things down and giving ourselves permission to want what we want, and actually putting stuff on paper and thinking and allowing, this idea of what is the dream. And I think for me, I'm reevaluating maybe what that dream looks like around having a platform here, what that dream looks like around, what am I trying to say, or what am I trying to share? And you guys know that I've always tried to maybe be somewhat educational, or at least inspirational to some degree, all while sharing these other parts, right? And I do feel like it's really brave to get on these social media apps, or just on the internet in general, and share and show and open yourself up to the world with what is going on in your home, in your life, with your children, all of these things, right? It takes a brave individual to do things like that. But also, like, what is the gain, right? Like, what am I trying to get back from this? So what do I need back from this? And so I'm kind of thinking about that today. And I think today I'm gonna make some plans around what I want for my YouTube channel. Like, I have 2 YouTube channels, right? And so this one has always been a more personal channel, DIY stuff, what I was doing at home, cleaning videos, talking about and sharing my life in the format of vlogs. We've grown up together, right? But I also have another channel that I made specifically to be dedicated to my sensual movement business and teaching, and that's where I house, my breathwork videos and things like that. So I can see where using the strategy to grow that channel would probably make sense. But I don't think that I want to put that here. And I think that that's a huge problem for some people who might be here just to create. So I guess I would encourage you, like, if you have a YouTube channel, or if you're noticing like this pivot and this shift in what's going on YouTube, or like you're not growing anymore, like your subscriber base is not, it's been steady for a while, or your views feel like they're not reaching a certain number, ask yourself, like, what is it that you want back from this, right? And is it enough to just set a goal? Is it enough to say, you know, I want my videos averaging 500 views a video. I want my videos averaging 2,000 views a video. Like, is it enough to just want the goal? Or, you know, are there like real actionable steps that have to be taken? And can these steps be taken and strategized with simply just things like search engine optimization, or keywords, or proper titles, or good thumbnails, or tags that you put, you know, how you fill in your description box? Or are these legitimately changes that need to be made within the content itself? And I think that for me, like, just straight off the bat, I don't want to have to change much about the content itself, right? Yes, I want there to be a key takeaway. Yes, I want the vlogs to have sort of like a storytelling feel, but that's just a personal style preference for me. But I also don't want to have to be the YouTuber that's always like, what do you guys want to see on the channel? And you know, what is it that you want from me? And then I've got to go out of my way to somehow produce this content because it's what you want to see, versus producing the content that is authentic to me because that is the space and place in my life that I am, or because that is what I actually do every day, or because that's what I'm going through, and then sharing that in a way that feels relatable, and using strategy to find the people, or for the algorithm to connect the people that need what I am sharing to the channel. And I feel like, to me, that feels more authentic, and that feels more like something that I want to do. I feel like I've seen so many YouTubers over the years that are constantly asking their subscribers, like, you know, what do you want to see next? And what do you guys want to see from me? Well, honestly, there's like a wide variety of people that watch the channel. Like, that could be anything. And if it's not conducive to the life you live, that's where content creation starts to become hard. Like, that's where creating content starts to become a challenge, and where creators will begin to have this feeling of burnout, because if you're creating content that is not based around how you actually live your life and what your lifestyle is actually like, then you're doing extra. You're playing the part, right? You're keeping up with the Joneses. And we all know that that's something that people have done here a lot on YouTube too, myself included. Like, I'm not even going to exclude myself from some of that, right? Like, there's a lot of money spent, and there's a lot of effort put into like keeping up with what's popular on the internet. So I don't know. Those are just the thoughts for today. A lot of people have been using ChatGPT. I'm not gonna lie, I've used ChatGPT too to help like formulate an idea for a video, or to kind of like structure out how to create a series and put that in order, or for my other channel, like how to set my keywords up and all of this stuff. So I mean, this can only go so far. So I just encourage you, if you are a creator and you are also going through or experiencing like this sort of like pull to want to still grow your channel and want to, you know, just, I mean, gain subscribers and engage. And I think for me, that's the biggest thing. Like, y'all don't be engaging with the channel no more. And there's like 3 people that regularly comment on my channel. And shout out to Lisa, because I see you. You are always in my comment section, always gassing me up. And I love you deeply and always have. But I feel like, I think that's also another major part of it, is just like building community around commonalities and common goals and common subjects, and having, you know, people around that are commenting and that are giving their feedback and that are sharing, and, you know, like keeping that engagement going and keeping up with that. And I think that's part of the reason why like so many people like were over on TikTok. Like, the growth on TikTok is ridiculous, right? Like, I can bring the same video on TikTok, Instagram, and here on YouTube, and almost 100% of the time, TikTok is gonna show up and show out, whether it's the comment section, whether it's reposting, shares, likes, or what have you. And yes, it's much slower here, and yes, it's a different feel over here. And so just learning the gist and feeling all of that out. So today I am watching videos on YouTube strategy and how to grow on YouTube, and I'm just spending some time like really immersing myself in what some of the top people in that particular niche of teaching or industry experts are talking about, and what they're saying, and what it actually requires to grow a YouTube channel, to get more subscribers, to have your channel flourish, even if you've been here for so many years, and just see and see. And then after gathering all the information, I think then I'll be able to make a really informed decision on like, how do you go forth with the growth of the channel or things like that. So needless to say, I'm not ready to change a whole bunch of stuff about my content. Like, what you see is what you get, and this is where we are. But I did want to share this today because like, this is what I'm doing today. I'm literally sitting here on YouTube right now watching different videos about strategy on how to grow. And I just, you know, everybody doesn't have time to sit and watch these videos and gather this information. And so I'm grateful for the time that I have to do that and to pour into that. And at some point, like, I would like for my channel or my platforms or these places that I put out valuable information in the world to return to me in some sort of monetary form, whether that's, you know, making money here from YouTube, or whether that is this idea of someone finding me or seeing me or being able to collaborate in a way that continues to just help drive the motivation and the inspiration and the encouragement to people.
So yeah, I basically ended the day the way I started, watching more videos, taking notes, and trying to understand this world of strategy and growth. And I'll keep listening, keep learning, but I think at the end of the day, I have to always come back to me. Like, strategy might help the content reach the right people, but my life, my lens, my voice, that's the part that really can't be manufactured, you know? So I'll keep vlogging from where I am, as I am, sharing what I'm going through, because I know that there's someone out there that just might need this version of my story too. The authentic version. The real thing. And so if that's you, hey girl, hey. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me today and listening to my TED Talk. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.